Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and this video is brought to you by our good friends over at Green Man Gaming. They are wrapping up their Black Friday sale. I've already highlighted a lot of their deals that are available, but as it's wrapping up, I do want to give you guys a heads up on some of the great deals under $10. We'll highlight some of the more expensive stuff as well, and right off the top, given that we did have the big reveal and announcement of Dragon's Dogma 2, rather the announcement of the release date and, the gameplay reveal, everything like that, I do want to highlight Dragon's Dogma 2, 18% off at Green Man Gaming, $57.39. Look, we're headed into the $70 games era. Let's get these games a little bit cheaper, and with GMG, you're going to get the game less than $60, the original, or the older price point that was the standard price point. And Capcom, this is their first true next-gen title, so they are going with a $70 price tag for this one. Game looks fantastic. Excited to see how it turns out. Hoping for a good PC version. With the requirements listed for 30 FPS, that has me a little bit worried, but we'll see how it turns out. $57.39. Deluxe Edition is on sale as well, but Deluxe Edition is kind of meme, so take that for what you will. Moving on from that, let's highlight some great deals under $10, then we'll go into some other deals. First of all, XCOM 2 The Collection, $6.96, and we'll get through all of these pretty quickly since there's a lot to go over. XCOM 2 The Collection, $6.96, base game, War of the Chosen, bunch of other DLC, great tactics title, had some issues on PC at launch, performance issues, but a lot of that has been remedied. Very rewarding game, challenging game, and you guys know me, not huge into tactics titles, but XCOM is one that I quite enjoyed. And whenever you talk about XCOM 2, you should ideally get the collection because that includes the bonus content, so good stuff there. Borderlands 3, base game, 87% off for $7.83. That is on Steam. Not crazy about Borderlands 3. As far as Borderlands go, Borderlands 2 is my favorite, but 3 is still a good time. The humor didn't click with me as much, but from a gameplay standpoint, if you like the Borderlands formula, you'll still probably enjoy Borderlands 3, and for sub $8, I mean, this is still a pretty damn good price. Evil Within 2 is 87% off for $5.10. Great title by Tango Gameworks, atmospheric horror game, great setting, story's pretty decent, and for this price point of $5.10, it's a solid third-person action horror title. Would give that a shout. Next up, Mafia Definitive Edition, 78% off for $8.70. Look, I talk about, games these days getting bigger and bigger, and the scale of these games getting so large that sometimes it's good to take a step back. Look, you guys play the Assassin's Creed games, Starfield, these 100-hour experiences. Why not take a step back, play a game like Mafia that tells a concise 8 to 10 hour story, and it's really compelling the whole way through. You can complete it over the course of a weekend or so, even a sitting, if you really did want to, but $8.70 I think is a great price if you're okay with a little bit of a shorter game. Voice acting is great. Gameplay, while this is a ground-up remake, it still does show its age from a gameplay standpoint. It's fine, it's serviceable, just nothing blow away in that regard, but $8.70 for this, think it's quite good. Stalker the Bundle, 80% off for $8. This includes Stalker Call of Pripyat, Stalker Clear Sky, and Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. Hopefully Stalker 2 does drop in 2024, but if you want some throwback experience that these games are super immersive, a little bit more on the realistic and hardcore side, not for everyone for sure, but enjoyable games nonetheless. $8 for all 3 titles is a damn good pickup, and definitely would give that a look. Next up, we got Deus Ex The Collection, $8.03. This gives you the gamut of Deus Ex titles. You'll get Deus Ex Human Revolution, you'll get the director's cut of the original, you'll get Mankind Divided. You'll just get a lot of quality titles. Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, obviously the standouts given that they're more recent. You will also get Deus Ex The Fall, baby. That game is pretty terrible, but you'll get that as well if you do want to check it out. Feel free, but the whole collection for $8, definitely a good buy there. Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition, 84% off for $4.68. I think this game is super underrated. I believe the development of this game initially started as a non-Castlevania title, and then they kind of just slapped Castlevania on it. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly sure that's what happened. This version on PC includes the DLC as well. It's an enjoyable action title, has some wonky cameras, puzzles aren't the best, but they're fine. The visuals are actually kind of decent for a game that's almost 15 years old. So Lords of the Shadow for this price point, sub $5, think it's a good buy. Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, $8.70 a pop on those. I mean, the RE2 remake is one of the best remakes that's ever been created. Same team that did this also did the RE4 remake, and RE4 as a remake, I would say, is the greatest remake ever released. But RE2 is great as well, $8.70 on that. $8.70 on RE3. Resident Evil 3 is a weaker remake, super short, but for $8.70, it's still worthwhile. It's just, like, not as well received because the standard for these Resident Evil remakes are so high, and when you had a Resident Evil game with, like, cut content and things of that nature, and nonsense multiplayer component, you know, that obviously wasn't going to be received as well, but it's still worthwhile to go through it. It's just super, super short. But you know, still check it out. Next up, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider is $5.16. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is 78% off for $8.60. ROTR, in my opinion, is the best Tomb Raider game ever released, and it's up there with, like, the best Uncharted games. Because, you know, Tomb Raider and Uncharted often see a direct comparison. I think I would put ROTR up there with, like, Uncharted 2, and I loved Uncharted 2, but ROTR, I think, is a fantastic game. Great gameplay, expanded from the original, decent story as well, visuals are great. $5 and change for this, no brainer. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider, while it is kind of mid from a story standpoint, this version, the definitive edition, gets you all the DLC. Gameplay is still really solid, and overall still a worthwhile game to go through, especially at $8.60. Next up, we have Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Obviously, talked about Dogma earlier on in this video with Dragon's Dogma 2. Why not play the original for $4.18? It's on sale over at Steam as well, but you'll actually get it around 60 cents cheaper here, so why not pick it up a little bit cheaper as well? So definitely good buy on Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So those are all the deals I wanted to highlight under the price of $10. Quite a lot of options and a lot of good stuff across the board. Do want to give you guys a heads up on some of the great stuff that's a little bit over $10, or a lot bit over $10 in some cases, but we'll get to all of it. So first of all, we have Horizon Zero Dawn, the Complete Edition. Mentioned this earlier today as the Steam deal, but it's $10.50 on Green Man Gaming. All my opinions from the video earlier today stand. It's a great game. Story's really solid. Gameplay might not be for everybody, but I really dug it. Looking forward to Forbidden West, even though it fumbles the story. BioShock, the collection, 83% off for $10.44. You get BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. This is a awesome, awesome collection of games. BioShock 2 is generally considered to be the weakest, but it's a good game in its own right. BioShock 1 and Infinite are just on another level, and Infinite is my favorite, which I know is a little bit of a hot take. I mean, people love BioShock 1, so I can kind of understand that, but Infinite I thought was awesome. Loved the setting shift. Just a great, great game. We got Remnant 2, the Ultimate Edition, $39.68 on this. The base game is $28.34 for XP members. The Ultimate Edition includes the Season Pass, which the Season Pass is going for $25, so you're paying, what, $11 more, and you get all the DLC content, the DLC bundle with 3 packs. You also get a Survival Pack, which is whatever, and 3 Remnant from the Ashes armor sets as well. So that for $39 is an awesome deal. That released at $70 back in July, so $39 for that's pretty good. Remnant 2, $28.34 standard as well. Resident Evil 4 Remake, 43% off for $34.44. It's RE4 Remake. It's in the mix for best game of the year. Definitely worthwhile to check it out, even if you're not a big Resident Evil fan. That game is just phenomenal. And then lastly, we have Street Fighter 6, which is 46% off for $32.46. I think this game should be in the mix for Game of the Year, but it's not. I guess it's gonna win, like, Fighting Game of the Year by most outlets, I think, but I thought the game was really good. A decent single-player component as well, which was a nice breath of fresh air for a lot of fighting games, you know, having a quality single-player mode. Am I saying it's on the level of some of the best single-player games of the year? Probably not, but it's pretty decent in its own right. But that'll do it for me. Okay, links to everything as always in the description box below. Thanks to our friends at Green Man Gaming. If you guys buy anything, I do get an affiliate kickback, so that is much appreciated. But that's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.